Real Estate Today. It's our usual feature every Wednesday morning at this time, 8 o'clock. It's courtesy of Howard Johnson Realty Limited, located at unit number 15 in the Ligonier Post Mall in capital city, Kingston 6 to be exact. Today's topic for Real Estate Today is caring for your pet at home. And we'll have two guests who will be introduced momentarily. Just to tell you, though, that caring for a pet at home can be a rather overwhelming experience. It is a huge commitment that requires your full consideration before you decide to take one home. Ask the pet lovers, they'll tell you about that. Your responsibilities extend both to your pet as well as to your neighbors, if you have any. Whether you're becoming a first-time pet owner or you've had multiple animal companions, there's a lot you may not know. That is what we want to share with you this morning, looking at the topic, caring for your pet at home. In this segment, we have Howard Johnson Jr., the CEO of Howard Johnson Realty Limited, as our usual guest. Good morning, Howard.
Oh, sorry. Morning, Richie.
let me start again. Good morning, Howard.
Good morning, Richie.
That is what I'm accustomed to. I looked at my producer, I was like, hey, who did you connect me to?
That was the other guest.
Good to have you, sir.
Yeah, but likewise.
And we also are happy to be joined by a veterinarian at the Animalcare Veterinary Hospital, Julianne Small. Good morning, Julianne. How are you today?
Good morning, Richie. I'm doing quite well.
All right. No sound effects, right?
No.
So happy to have you. I'm going to start with you, Doctor. It is known that most common domestic pets in Jamaican homes happen to be dogs and cats, right?
Okay.
Tell us what other animals you find that pet owners are keeping as pets here in Jamaica.
Well, most commonly, we'd see persons come in with rabbits and birds, so particularly parrots and budgies. We do also infrequently see like pocket pets, so like hamsters and guinea pigs. But like you said, most persons really stick to the dogs and the cats.
Okay, so you don't find like tigers and alligators and stuff like that, like we see in some Middle Eastern countries?
No, Jamaicans have a little bit, more of a preference towards the smaller animals.
Okay.
And a bit more wisdom,
Okay, yes. Importantly, how often should our pets be taken in for veterinary care, would you say?
Well, it's really going to vary from animal to animal. I would say as a general rule, once a year would be good to work with, but it really depends on the type of pet. So, for example, dogs have to come in for vaccinations, and sometimes that might be every 6 months to a year, depending on what is the best regime for your pet, because we know that the vaccines don't last forever. So they do have to come in for boosters every now and again. We also do recommend that as your animal gets older, they come in to see the vet more frequently, because just like us, as we age, there are more problems, and we want to be able to pick up those things from early. So generally, once your pet reaches over 8 years old, for dogs and cats, they're considered to be a senior animal, and they should be seeing the vet twice a year. Okay.
Speaking of dogs, it is said that dogs are allergic to chocolate. I want you to tell me if that is true, and if so, what other foods are hazardous to pets that we tend to keep at home?
Okay. Well, it's not really an allergy per se, because an allergy is more like a reaction by the immune system, but it's more that chocolate is poisonous. All right. And then it's really more the darker type of chocolates that tend to cause more problems, like what persons would use for baking chocolate. Like the milk chocolate and the white chocolate are not so bad. So generally, when animals come in for food poisoning, it's things like chocolate, grapes, and raisins that are the more common things that we would see. And then because, animals explore the world with their mouth, so they tend to pick up those things that the owners might leave on the counter, like medications and so.
Okay. All right, important things to remember. Howard, I want to bring in at this point, what would you say are some safe practices to exercise when pet owners are entertaining friends at home? So you have your pet and you have some guests coming in to visit. What are some safe practices that you would recommend?
Well, again, it depends on the pet, and it also depends on the size of the pet. We want to encourage you not to expose yourself to any unnecessary risk by having your bad dog say welcome and, having them walk past. And no, they're not going to bite, and then they end up biting. Or you don't want them to be, in harm's way where people can step on them. And you don't want your friends to be feeding your animals when they come over, because that is going to cause some confusion and just expose them to taking food from any and anybody if they're well trained. You also want to, keep them at bay as best as possible. Sometimes you may want to reduce the calling of the names, just in the event that somebody overhears them and in the night they come back to do something, unscrupulous. They may know the name and try to attract them because they know what they will respond to. So you want to minimize the calling them by name in the presence of friends. Even though they're friends, you don't know who is with those friends, or you don't know who may be listening next door. So those are just a few things that I would advise persons to be very careful of and to keep your place as safe as possible. Get some of the small elements out of the way. When people are there, don't let them leave their drinks all over the place, because if the pets are nosy, as Doc mentioned, they will bounce them over or try to lick it, or different things may occur. So just keep some of those small things and items out of their way.
To the best of your knowledge, it's not the dogs who make the request for no-name callings, though.
No, definitely not.
I just want to be sure.
No, I don't see them using WhatsApp that frequently.
Okay. Now let me bring back Julianne in the conversation. Now, in caring for your pets at home, Doc, what are some of the things that one should consider when creating a safe environment?
All right. Well, we tend to have our animals either indoors or outdoors. So generally, if you're going to have a pet like a dog outdoors, you want to make sure that you have a secure area for the animal to be in. So you make sure that you have a fenced area or a wall, and that it's high enough. A lot of persons think that the animal will not be able to jump the wall or won't have the motivation to do it. But sometimes, when it might be a season where other dogs are on heat, the animal might be motivated then. So you have to think ahead. So obviously, the larger the animal, you have to consider the height, and you also have to consider if there are things that your small animals can squeeze through. As I said earlier, inside the house, we know that puppies especially explore the world with their mouth. So things that are on the ground, they have to go down to their level and see what the hazards might be. Things like stairs for an animal that might not be coordinated well because they're young. Things like electric wires. So I think it's important to, do your research, because there's a lot of good information on the internet. So do your research properly before you introduce any animal into your home.
Okay, thank you for that, Doc. Howie, final one in this block. Have you found that people who are wanting to buy a home or apartment, that they are more or less inclined to choose properties that are pet friendly?
Oh yeah, so we see a lot of requests coming in for land space because they want the dogs or the animals to be able to run around the yard free of ease and not bumping into brick fences. We have seen where persons have shied away from some stratas that restrict pets. So persons are not looking to buy some of those luxurious apartments that only say that no pets at all, and they may get traction for those that say they allow pets but at a certain size and that they can be indoors. But, for those bigger animals, they're not, looking into some of those gated communities anymore. So the home with land spaces, some of your typical areas in the corporate area, Constant Spring, Avondale, Meadowbrook, persons are gravitating to those areas because they'd like to have that land space where they can run, parts of Norbrook, Cherry Gardens, Jackshill. And in out of town, you see people gravitating to St. Catherine, Clarendon, because there are good tracts of land there, and they can do a combination of, farming and raising their pets, and some people even breed their pets. So I see the demand for land spaces in the corporate area and outside for persons who want to have their pets with them.
All right. Very, very useful information. And this brings us now to our tip of the day, which I will take today based on a request that was made. Here's the tip of the day. Keep only the type and number of pets for which you can provide adequate care and a safe environment. This includes appropriate food, water, shelter, healthcare, and companionship. How's that?
Yeah, man, you're right on point, Richie.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Deal on the Edge. Now, this one I don't have. Howard's got it. Let's get it.
Yes, this traditional design 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom townhouse for rent located in Pines of Karachi could be your new home today. The property facilitates a double-car garage, ample yard space, and community park for recreation and your pet. Located in the prime and central Mona vicinity, the townhouse is available with both furnished and unfurnished options. We're asking you to contact Daniel Bolton, 876-528-2363. That's 876-528-2363.
All right. Good luck with that one, Danielle. And where's the Animalcare Veterinary Hospital, Doc? Where can you be found?
We have 2 branches. One is in Kingston, and that's at 4 Goodwood Terrace. And one is in Portmore, and that one is in Portmore Palms Plaza.
All right. And where can you be found?
I'm at unit number 15, Ligony Post Mall, 115 Hope Road. You can visit our website, www.hjrealtors.com. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, using the username HJ Realtors. And you can call our office at 620-1457.
All right. Thank you both very much. I enjoyed the program. Lots of wonderful information. We wish you both a wonderful day today as well. Take care.
If I may shout out Mr. Herbert Burgess, we call him Junior.
Yes.
I want to big him up because he has been very useful in the recent times for, allowing me my new pet.
Ah, fantastic.
But I'm sure he's listening.
You didn't name the pet, but that's all right.
No, I'll tell you that a lot. Remember the safety tip?
Yes.
I don't want you to run into my house.
Off the air. All right, no problem. Good luck, and thank you very much. We appreciate it. Okay, that was Real Estate Today, and you hear the smile in his voice and the happiness because he has, in fact, been able now to replace a pet that he had lost. So, good job, Junior. Bless up, Howie. Thank you, Julianne. It's 12 minutes and 30 seconds past the hour of 8 o'clock. That was Real Estate Today. It was brought to you courtesy of Howard Johnson Realty Limited of unit number 15, Ligony Post Mall in Kingston 6. Join us again next Wednesday at the same time when once again we'll have it for you, Real Estate Today. Real Estate Today, it's our usual feature every Wednesday morning at this time, 8 o'clock. It's courtesy of Howard Johnson Realty Limited, located at unit number 15 in the Ligony Post Mall in Capital City, Kingston 6 to be exact. Today's topic for Real Estate Today is caring for your pet at home. And we'll have 2 guests who will be introduced momentarily. Just to tell you, though.